G'day, I'm Arion Light, founder of the Creative Mastery Program, and this is just a short video series on some of the key questions I get asked around living and creating from the heart. So this question is one that I get asked a lot, and very simply, I'm taking these actions, but they're not producing the results I want. Why is that? Yeah, so we're going to take a minute with that question. So, very simply, there's two sort of core reasons I find with that. The first one is the more uncomfortable, and one that a lot of us have to face is what I've heard other people call the entitlement complex, which is very simply where, well, I've taken a few actions, and why haven't I got what I wanted yet? And the truth of reality and of life is that often, to really create what we want, we've got to sustain action through times of feeling uncomfortable, unhappy, wrestling with not the feedback we want. So very simply, we have to learn to sustain action through different sort of resistances within ourselves and within wherever we're sort of the creative field we're working with, whether it's a relationship, a project, within my business, within my family, whatever it is, whatever my creative sort of endeavor is moving towards, we have to sustain that. And all too often, little bit of action, throw up the hands, it's not meant to be, I mustn't have the skills that's required, it's their fault, there's some justification for not actually sustaining the action on what matters. So that's the sort of the first thing that gets in the way, is this entitlement complex. But the second one, and this is really where a lot of the deeper work is around we haven't built the inner pattern for what it is we're wanting to create outside of us. So let's say I'm wanting to build a successful business and I'm taking the actions, but they're not producing the results. Then we have to look, well, do I carry the inner blueprint of successful business? Does my breath, my body, my feelings, my thoughts, my words and my actions have a blueprint that actually carries successful business in me? Because if I don't, if there's no place in my physiology, in my psychology, that really knows the truth of or is willing to receive the experience of successful business, then no matter what actions I take, my inner world is still putting out the message that I don't know successful business. And so then we'll relate to the feedback we get, we'll judge failure as evidence for, see, I'm not meant to have successful business, I don't know successful business. And so the work then is, while we're taking those actions, is to also develop the inner pattern, to learn how to build successful business as a whole physiological pattern or system within me, by learning how successful business breathes, how it moves, how it feels, how it thinks, how it speaks, so that the creative tension gets lessened. Because if I'm out there creating something and there's no pattern here, then the creative tension often causes procrastination, all sorts of inward creative implosions. But if I carry the pattern of successful business in me already, then the dissonance between who I am and what I'm creating dissolves, and creation can just occur effortlessly and naturally. So if you're taking the actions and you're not getting the results you want, look at what's the pattern I'm carrying and do the work to build that pattern. I work a lot with building that patterns through those domains of breath, movement, thought, word, and action. So hope this has offered something for you if you wrestle with those actions not producing the results. I'm honoured to have had a moment with you. Thank you.